But then Social Snowball, what's really cool is like we provide another marketing channel that's an owned marketing channel, right? Like your affiliates are your owned audiences.
Yeah.
And it's at a predictable customer acquisition cost. So, basically brands can use Social Snowball to lower their blended CAC altogether, even though it might not be, 80% of their revenue is coming from Social Snowball. Realistically, that's, in most scenarios not the case. Even if they're still like having to rely a lot on Facebook and Google and the traditional platforms, even if they could get like 10% of their revenue coming from Social
Yeah.
Snowball at a very predictable customer acquisition cost, I mean, that moves the
Beautiful.
needle. That moves the needle.
Yeah, of
So
course it does. That's the difference between being unprofitable and profitable. So today we have a massive guest on the show. Big on Twitter, doing very well, bootstrapped, very well known in the Twitter space, and it's Noah Tuck. And Noah is the CEO and founder of Social Snowball. Noah, thank you for coming on. Honestly, it's been we've hung out for the last couple of hours and we had a blast.
yes,
Yeah, it's been a bit of a journey for you guys. When did you start?
launched Social Snowball
Yeah,
2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years now.
right.
Yeah.
And for those people who don't know what Social Snowball is, give us the rundown.
Yeah, I mean, the highest level overview, we're a word of mouth marketing platform for e-commerce. So anything from like affiliate and referral, influencer management, we're kind of like the control center for everything.
Yeah,
I mean, we're most known for like our ability to just like make affiliate onboarding super smooth, like turning customers into affiliates, bringing influencers on without having to go through like the whole like manual application process that they'd expect in a more like traditional legacy affiliate app.
so
Um,
who do you class as those traditional legacy? Reversion
yeah, reversions, like, they were the biggest.
or like even Commission Junction? They're like an affiliate.
Yeah,
They're like
yeah.
they're, they're,
Well,
they're old.
super old school. I
Yeah,
mean, Reversion is like laser focused on e-commerce. Well, actually not as much anymore, but they're like very known in the e-commerce space.
right.
Like, and we're laser focused on e-commerce, like like exclusively e-commerce.
Yeah,
So they're, definitely I would say the biggest competitor
okay. And where are you based? You're based here in the UK
in
at the
London.
minute,
Yeah.
but your accent's not
No,
Cockney London
no,
accent.
no, no.
So tell us the story. How and
Yeah,
why?
yeah,
Why London?
yeah,
Out of
yeah.
all the places.
Yeah, so, well, I was originally, from New Jersey. That's like where, like, I grew up, went to high school. Then I moved to Miami, went to Miami just for a year, ended up dropping out, but I stayed in the city of Miami because I just, like, fell in love with it, and I still like, it's still probably my favorite city in the
Yeah,
world. Then just wanted to switch it up, moved to LA for a little bit, the lease ended there, and so at the time, my girlfriend was going to school in Canada, in McGill,
yeah,
and she was about to graduate, like, right when my lease was expiring, so we were, like, traveling around a little bit, and she was working remote at the time. She's also in, like, the, like, ad space, so, like, she could work remote,
yeah, yeah.
traveling around Europe, having a good time, and then she is from London. She's not, like a well, she was, like, born in London, but, like, moved out when she was, like, 2 years old, so never really
Right.
got to experience it, but she has the passport. So she was like, "Okay, I wanna try an office job, like, working remote is kinda getting lonely." So she just applied for some jobs in London, got one, and we literally just, like, spontaneously just, like, came
That's
here.
it. We're
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
London.
like, it's
That's a
super spontaneous.
mad move. How old are you now? 24?
24, yeah, just turned recently.
Honestly, that is an amazing. For 24, you've done a lot already. So you should be proud of yourself. Honestly, I'm proud of you. You know what I
Well,
mean?
thank you.
You've got a bootstrap startup. You've already done all this traveling. It's great. It's great. And it's great to see somebody doing all of that. So what's next for Social Snowball? What's next for you? Where's the growth coming from? Is there any logos you're going after? Is anybody like you hunting down? Is there any new developments at Social Snowball recently?
Yeah, I'd say, when we first launched, my goal was to be, like, the affiliate platform for everyone, and I think, this is my first startup, so there's a lot of learning curves I'm
Yeah.
still going over today and, like, a lot in the past that I had to go over, and I was maybe a bit naive to think, like, I could bootstrap a startup and be, like, the affiliate platform for every e-com brand, like, from the smallest ones that are just starting the Shopify trial today to, like, like, Fashion Novas, and, like, I'll just, like, do
Yeah.
it all. And basically through, like, a lot of very painful trial and error over the past, 2 years, we realized, like, we work way better with bigger brands. Um, and I think it's just a little easier, like, if you are bootstrapping to, like, not growth market as much and go for the smaller ones and like have the freemium and everything, like going for the bigger brands like
Yeah.
makes more sense. So yeah, so we've had to like shift a lot of things to to be able to work with those bigger brands. Like they're expecting a certain level of customer success. They're expecting a certain level of product, just functionality in the app. Like we had to
Yeah.
build a lot of things to be able to work with those brands. So anyway, over the past like year, once I had that realization and just like taking step after step after step to get there, like we finally are at a place where we can and are working with a lot of bigger brands. So that's like kind of like sigh of relief. Like
Yeah.
obviously there's so much more to build
You
still.
started to win those logos.
We're starting to win them, yeah.
And have more conversations with those companies.
Totally.
Have you found that not the onboarding process, but the sales process has got a lot longer?
Yeah, for the big ones, for sure.
For the bigger guys.
Yeah, I mean the big brands definitely it's not, one call and they're installing on the spot.
Yeah.
They have different
I
like,
miss
teams.
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean that's nice.
I
Obviously.
love those calls where you're just like, can you just install and
Like
then
right now, yeah,
we'll just go through the process. We
That's
need to get you
always
onboarded.
Yeah.
I think for all e-commerce SaaS products, the process has got a lot longer because they've had their fingers burnt a couple of times now by other apps where they've promised things
Totally
and they've
fair.
not delivered.
Yeah.
So I think the sales process has got a lot longer, especially after COVID and the market that we're in now.
Yeah.
That's definitely, we've seen that at reviews a lot. I also think that, the market is changing fast at the minute. Obviously, we're in an economic downturn. You've got interest rates going up, inflation going up, and you've got all of these problems. How do you see Social Snowball navigating those? I know we spoke about this earlier, but,
No, I mean, it's interesting because it's like kind of scary, obviously,
Yeah.
but I think we're like honestly in a lucky position because like
Yeah.
I didn't like think of this like when starting it, but like what is Social Snowball? We're like a new customer acquisition channel for brands, and it's not a customer acquisition channel.
Low cost acquisition channel.
Right.
That's the important bit.
Low cost
Or no cost.
predictable.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, with any like anything that's affiliate, you're paying performance, right? On a performance basis. So it's like,
But what I mean is if we don't perform, you've got no cost.
right, exactly. So it's very like low risk for the merchant. But yeah, because of that, like I think we're in a really lucky position where brands are struggling because of all this like economic stuff. And what's making it harder is them like having to deal with like, obviously Apple's privacy stuff, like Facebook CPMs, just in general, ads getting more expensive, like all that stuff. But then Social Snowball, what's really cool is like we provide another marketing channel that's an owned marketing channel, right? Like your affiliates are your owned audiences.
Yeah.
And it's at a predictable customer acquisition cost. So, basically brands can use Social Snowball to lower their blended CAC altogether, even though it might not be, 80% of their revenue is coming from Social Snowball. Realistically, that's, in most scenarios, not the case. Even if they're still like having to rely a lot on Facebook and Google and the traditional platforms, even if they could get like 10% of their revenue coming from Social Snowball at a very predictable customer acquisition cost, I mean, that moves the needle. That moves the needle.
Yeah,
so,
of course it does. That's the difference between being unprofitable and profitable.
Right.
That 10% is where the profit is.
Yeah.
If you can push through that, if you can add that growth on.
Yeah.
And I think that because of your model, I think there might be a pullback in spend, but I think if you position your product right, Social Snowball right, you can pick that up.
Right.
You can pick that spend up. And they can, if brands can invest in their customers more and their customers can drive revenue, which is what your app does, then it's a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. And I seen the other day, I seen your tweet about the new feature.
Yep.
Where you're identifying codes that are leaking out now to Honey and these other discount coupon sites that are literally, they're probably one of the biggest problems for D2C brands.
Yeah.
They're just killing their percents. They're taking, if there's an offer and you've given it to one person and it hits that Honey or what's one of the other ones?
Coupon Scout, Retail Me Not.
And there's like Retail Me Not as well, which is the old school ones.
Yeah.
I forget what the one is in
Coupon
the UK.
Brew?
Pocket.
Oh.
Something Pocket. There's one in the UK which is massive called, I'm sure it's Pocket. And you've just got leaking of revenue through
Mhm.
these things. And obviously, by you being able to identify this now,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Really, really cool.
Well, it's an even bigger problem when those are affiliate codes because, like,
Yeah.
yes, Honey sucks when it takes a code or any of these sites take a code, and now you're, like, discounting customers that would have bought without a discount, so that's, like, just chipping margin, margin, margin every time. But then think if that's an affiliate's code and you didn't know it was on Honey, and, like, obviously, those codes are, like, an attribution system for, like, saying, "Okay, this was a referral from this affiliate." So
Mm.
if this code is leaked, not only are you losing margin, but you're sending
You're
commissions
sending
to the
commission.
affiliate, so you're
Yeah.
losing in every direction. So
Yes.
that's, like, yeah, that's why it's a big
Yeah.
problem with specifically, like, affiliate and influencer.
Yeah. I actually, so when I started reviews, I had 2 products. Um, and one was an affiliate solution that identified affiliate fraud, and the
Oh,
other
no
was
way.
reviews.io.
Oh, no way, I had no idea.
And we bootstrapped both of them. I built kind of an MVP of both of them, and I actually preferred the affiliate fraud thing. I thought there was more value in the affiliate fraud solution. So I went out to some big, D2C retailers in the UK. One of them was a Carphone Warehouse, which is probably the UK's biggest mobile phone retailer at the time. And I went to them and said, "Listen, I can see all this affiliate fraud that's going on in your
Yeah.
network." And I said, I can stop it. I can identify it, but it can save you money." And they really weren't interested at that stage because they were just, is it a real customer? Yes. Have we paid a commission? Yes. They didn't care that they paid the commission to
Right.
the wrong person.
Yeah, it mattered less back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now it matters, but
Right.
back then it didn't. They were like, "We just want as many customers."
Yeah, they were just everyone was printing cash back then. Like,
Yeah.
e-commerce was a different game.
Yeah,
Now
totally.
everyone's like, like, it's
It was
super,
pure.
like
It was pure land rush. They were like, "Get it in.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
care." And I said to the team, I said, "Oh, I've got another product that does reviews." And they were like, "Oh, we like that. Yeah, we are looking for a solution that does
Yeah.
product reviews for the handsets." So I said, "Right, I'll be back in a couple of weeks." And I went back to them with the MVP of reviews at home. They actually became one of
Oh,
our
were they your
first.
first? Oh,
They became
no
one of our
way.
first clients, one of our flagship clients. And yeah, it was just a mad. And literally, I dropped the affiliate thing and didn't think about it for years and years. And then obviously,
We'll take it off your hands if you
What?
we'll take it off your hands if you still go.
I killed it. I loved, probably I probably deleted the server that
Yeah.
everything sat on, but it was just such a. I thought at the time it was going to be, this is it, and it wasn't. I had to pivot
Yeah.
real quick and
Happens.
go with another solution. And luckily reviews has done pretty well over the last 10 years. So yeah, but then now I see these new versions of affiliate companies like yourself coming out, and it's really interesting to see how you guys are looking at the market. And it's probably totally different to how I probably looked at it 10
Yeah.
years ago.
Definitely.
And I think it's amazing what you're doing. You seem to have picked up so many logos already, and in the last couple of years. So you've been going 2 years now,
2 years.
which is amazing to have the brands on board that you've already got, being bootstrapped, and the growth the way you've done. You've got to be very proud. What's in that roadmap going future for you?
So, like, recently, we've started to, like, realize a lot of our brands. So, like, what we launched with, like, was, like, all of our marketing language, so it's, like, turn your customers into affiliates. Like, we have a better refer a friend solution. Like, if you're using, like, one of those, like, referral, like,
Yeah.
tools
Yeah.
that's, like, focused around your customers and owned audiences, it's probably not doing that much revenue. It's probably not getting that much activation. People aren't that excited about it. It wasn't really built for scale.
Yep.
There's those solutions, and then there's, like, the reversions, which just aren't really made for your customers or owned audiences. It's like those are, like, the 2 options. So basically, like, what we did is we, like, built the affiliate solution, like, more for your customers. So it's, like, a better refer a friend solution. And, like, that's what was our flagship product. It was, like, turn your customers into affiliates automatically. And that's still our biggest product, and it works really well. But what we've realized is that a lot of our brands were coming to us and they were telling us that they were using Social Snowball not for their customers at all, actually, not for their subscribers or their fans or their followers, but they were, like, managing influencers and, like, onboarding them manually and just using Social Snowball for, like, the management, attribution, like generating commissions, paying
Yeah,
influencers on a
paying.
performance basis. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like what we realized is we kind of accidentally built a really great influencer management platform as well. So when we realized that, which was like, a while ago now, we started building more functionality. We started talking to those customers being like, hey, you're using us for influencer management. That's really cool. Like what's something, what's not good about Social Snowball for influencer management?
Yeah.
So I think like the biggest difficulty, or not difficulty, but like the challenge I'm dealing with right now today, and it's a great challenge to have, is like how do we like bring ourselves to market with like both our like really awesome refer a friend product that's like way better than any other refer a friend
Yeah.
product, and an influencer management product that people are already using and
Yeah.
loving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like
You've got to get your marketing perfect on that because you've got these two horses almost,
right,
two
right.
products.
So that's kind of that's like looking forward into the future. Like, and for both products, I mean, it's really one product. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to call it two products or one product yet. Like, this is the stuff that keeps me
Yeah.
up at night. But like, they both need a lot more still. So like, our referral, tool that's like more for your customers. Like, it's not done. Like, just because we have, we built a lot of features over the past couple of years, there's still a million
It's
more.
never done.
Right.
Yeah, no one's tool is ever
Right,
done. We've
right.
got to keep moving.
That's the thing.
As soon as
Yeah.
you stop moving, you're dead.
Right, right. So we're still like shipping features as fast as we can for that, and now shipping more like influencer management features. But I think the goal for us now is to like figure out how we're going to be the control center for all of your decentralized marketing. So like,
Yeah.
kind of like I said in the beginning of the podcast, like anything that's not owned, anything that's a partnership. So like you're partnering with a customer for a referral, you're partnering with, a publisher for, you're partnering with an influencer, anything like that. Like we want to be the control center where you can manage it all and just like give the best user experience possible for both the affiliate and for
Yeah, I
you.
love that.
So that's kind of like, I'm realizing like we've done that accidentally a little bit, and it's like really awesome because, at the end of the day, although I don't
That's
even,
how Klaviyo view themselves, isn't it? This control center for
Yeah.
all of your customers.
Yeah.
It's the brain of your customers.
Exactly.
And I think the market's changing. I think, D2C brands and e-commerce brands, although we just said that their buying process is much longer, it's much shorter than when you've not got that clear message.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're buying from you because of your product, not because of your salesperson's relationship with their
Mhm.
head of IT.
Agreed.
What do you think about, I don't know whether you've seen this, the thing that Apple did. They're changing their terms and conditions where they said that they wanted a commission off any boosted posts on Facebook. Did you see that? That was like,
Oh, no, maybe I didn't. Yeah, I thought
absolutely.
Instagram.
They didn't name Facebook or
Okay,
Instagram. They just said on social media apps that they wanted a revenue share of that post.
Oh, wow. That's interesting, because I thought their play was going to be just to release their own ad platform and
No,
like have
they-
the best tracking and targeting in the world.
They don't even need to. They can just own 30% of everybody else's with this
Wow.
thing, with this change. So
And who pays, and the
advertiser, Facebook is obviously going to pass on some of that cost,
they
the
have
majority
to,
of
yeah.
it. They'll swallow some of it.
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think it's been enforced yet, but it was a change in terms last week where they were like, oh, we're going to do, if you're a social media post and you boost a post on it, that that revenue, 30% of that revenue has to go through the App Store.
Is that just a post? Like, is that just boosting a post that's like natively posted on the platform, or is that just running any ad?
The way it was worded, was any action taken within the app to do with advertising.
Oh,
So if you did it on your computer,
sorry to distract the mic.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So if you did, I think if you boosted or you did it outside of the app.
Yeah, like Facebook Ads Manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how, I can go on, I can be in Facebook and I can go, I want to actually get some more
Right.
visibility on there.
Right.
It's that revenue.
Okay. That's a bit different. That's still pretty crazy.
It's
Like,
pretty crazy
yeah.
still. It is really crazy. And I thought actually they're still not happy with hurting Facebook and Instagram. I think they're still going after it. I think there's still a focus on that. They've done the tracking thing. That obviously massively hurt.
Huge.
Facebook, Instagram, and all of their platforms. But I think they're still targeting it. They're still looking at it. They're still looking at how they can control this beast.
Yeah.
And this is just another way.
Well, I think they might just ship their own platform, like their own ad platform.
Yeah, I could see their own ad platform being shipped.
Because they have all the data.
Yeah,
So like, but the average consumer, they think like data, like sharing their data is like a bad thing, and they're like, people are like spying on them and whatever.
Yeah.
But Apple has kind of maybe like created that what's the word? Like they've created that belief in the consumer.
They're the drivers of that,
right?
Like they're the drivers of the, tracking's bad,
right? But if it's Apple tracking, they could be like, oh, this is now your data safe with us, like it's always been. Apple always has our data.
Yeah, because they trust Apple more.
Right, everyone trusts
it's a trust
Apple.
thing.
Right. So if Apple released their own ad platform, then they could market to consumers as like, oh, like we have your data safe now, and you get to see like relevant ads. And then Facebook's busy building the metaverse and not fixing their ad platform problems.
Yeah,
so Apple could just like swoop in.
100% is that opportunity. I don't know though, because they're a bit funny about what they build. What do you think about the Elon Musk buying Twitter?
I think it's cool. I mean, I just like Elon Musk. Like I blindly like him. I don't care. He could do something that other people don't like. I just like the guy. I used to have a Tesla. Like I think everything he does is awesome, and I'll buy whatever he makes. I don't know. Like I think like, so what, remind me, like what is his goal is for, correct me if I'm wrong. I think his goal is to make it like just the most like honest, transparent, because like
the town hall for the world.
Because it's like right now it's like very much, I mean, all of social media is like, you feed there's a movie or something, I don't even know if it was a movie, but something about like the bubble that everyone is trapped in, where like you tell the algorithm what you like, and then it just feeds you only what you like. So then let's say you're just like politically extreme on one side,
you get more extreme,
right?
That's where the money is,
right? Because like, what's the goal of these platforms? It's to keep its retention, like to keep you on it for as many seconds as possible, so they could show as many ads as possible. So then not only does that like create you're only going to see that content over and over again, and it's usually like extremist because you feel to one side.
It gets more and more extreme as
But then it's also incentive for creators on every platform to create content on the extremes, because how are they going to get paid? Like think of like YouTube, for example, where it's very straightforward. You get paid based on views. YouTube will straight up show your video more if it's on one extreme side, because that's what the algorithm, if you're on, like very far on one side and it knows you want to see that, you make a video for that. Now it's like, and you're suggested on your YouTube. So it's like very polarizing.
The middle has gone completely.
Right. So I think Elon's ultimate goal is to like kind of like abolish that and make it like, you just see everything. I don't know. I mean, I think it's interesting.
I think so far, what's it been? Has it been like a week? Just 10 days since he took over.
Yeah.
And his level of shit posting has gone up.
Skyrocketed.
And I think then it gets, I think it's great. I think it's brilliant. It's super exciting.
Yes.
It's either going to do amazingly well or completely implode. And I don't think he cares about what people say about him on it. I don't think he cares about people's views. I think he's got this product and wants to make it valuable and make it good I hope he wants to make it good for humankind.
Yeah.
And stop all this extremism on both sides. What else has been going on that you think is interesting right now?
Did you see the people, like just to stay on the Twitter topic for another second, did you see the people that pretended to quit Twitter the day that Elon joined? Like when Elon joined, you know how he filmed the sync video? Like
when they were all in the calf. Did you see them in the calf when there was just like everyone, it was after the sync, he did the sync.
Well, no, I'm talking about like after that, like on that day that there was like a ton of camera crews.
Yeah.
And you definitely saw this.
Yes.
Rahul Ligma.
Yes.
Ligma, yes. So like, basically this dude is just like, I think it's like in San Francisco or Bay Area or whatever. And this dude, he's like some tech founder also. And he was just at the gym. And then he texted like someone on someone who knows someone on the My First Million podcast. Like that's how they like had these inside. They had like screenshots of the text.
He didn't work for Twitter.
No. It was all fake. He texted somebody, said, "Hey, what are you doing in the next hour?" And the guy was like, "Nothing. What do you mean?" And he was like, want to help me pull a stunt. There's a bunch of camera crews outside the Twitter office
Oh
headquarters
my
right now.
God.
He's like, do you have a box? I need a box. And then they found a box somehow. He literally walks out of the gym and like tries to make it look like he walks out of Twitter HQ. He didn't have anything in the box because this is obviously a joke. So he found a Michelle Obama book, put it in the box, and then he walks out to the camera crews and they just eat it up. They believe all of it. I mean, who
That's
walks?
me. I had it up.
Yeah, the whole internet did. The whole internet did, and it was completely nonsense. And like his name that he like told reporters was Raful Ligma,
Yeah.
and then his friend who like just like drove over real quick. Yeah.
The guy.
Yeah, it was Daniel Johnson. So like last name like Ligma Johnson, like the whole joke like Ligma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like, I think like that was the best executed stunt of like all time. Like this guy
That's
was
it.
literally just at the gym and he's like, how could I like literally like that?
He's wearing his shorts. He looks
Yeah.
like he's just come from the gym,
Yeah.
but also looks like he could be working at Twitter.
Because like these tech guys, like they're like showing up casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I feel violated for.
I feel like I want to like do the same. I want to like find an
Right.
opportunity like that. Like that is hilarious.
I love guerrilla marketing like that.
Oh yeah.
We've got to
That
find
guy's a
it.
genius.
We've got
And
to
it was well executed too. Like,
Yeah.
like the fact that he like said like, oh, I bought a Tesla and I can't pay it off. Like perfect. Like literally perfect.
Yeah, everyone's eating it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Oh, that's gonna go, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I mean, I've done some guerrilla marketing in the past. Probably the best I did on the guerrilla marketing side, I did. We couldn't afford to do an expo in our early days, so we went out to. It was in London. It was a econ expo, and we went out and I made a plate. My friend owned it was a sign maker, so he made me a sign that we literally put it on the floor, and I just had a street cleaner clean it. And it just said, reviews.io, cleaning up the competition. Right? And literally we blasted everywhere where everyone walked, was queuing to and from this expo. It just said reviews.io everywhere. And literally we went out, I hired one of the team members did it. He still works for the company. And we hired a water bowser and a petrol spray cleaner, jet wash, and we went and did that. That was quite cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I love like creative marketing stuff.
There was one we did in Seattle, at Seattle's. I forget what that one's called. Seattle e-commerce expo, and we rented tuk-tuks, and we got a couple of drivers of tuk-tuks. We couldn't afford to be in the show, but we could afford to do the tuk-tuks, so we were ferrying people about, and we had the logos on it and everything.
Oh my God.
And that was quite
That's
good.
fun. That's fun.
That was quite good.
I love that. Things that don't scale.
Yeah.
But they really do scale because you can just hire a lot of people to do it.
You could hire a load of tuk-tuks.
I guess anything scales.
Yeah. I seen a good one actually at Salesforce, the Salesforce Expo a couple of years ago. And that was where they, in San Francisco,
Yeah.
where they had a blimp literally just hovering just above the conference, so everyone who came in and went could see this blimp with I forget who was sponsoring that one, but yeah,
Oh, so they didn't do that good of a job.
Yeah, no, it was good at the time. I was like, oh my God, that's good. I need to get my name on a blimp. That's the aim. But yeah, since COVID, it's harder to do that stuff now. I think
at this stage, the stage you're at, I'm in prime zone for that.
You're in prime guerrilla
marketing
marketing
crazy
zone.
stuff.
Yeah, you can still get away with it.
Yeah.
I just look maybe a bit like an old idiot. You know what I mean? Getting old fast. No, it is a good way to get marketing. I mean, I think you've got some good ways. You've got Christmas coming. You can dress up as a snowman. Did you get the snowman? I seen you was going to do this.
Yes. So I didn't buy it, but I still can. Like, I still can. It was too late for Halloween. I like thought of it the day before.
Right.
But like, yeah, I mean, like we've always been really fun with our branding and marketing. I think like a lot of B2B SaaS just doesn't do anything fun. Their marketing is very informational. It's not cool. It's not interesting. It's not funny. It's not exciting. Like when before I even launched Social Snowball, I was like, my idea was like, I'm going to be the B2B SaaS that has fun marketing, as if we were like direct to consumer company because like we're B2B, but who is the second B in that? Like it's Shopify store owners, and they're like, who is a Shopify store owner? It's like they're all like younger. I mean, not
Yeah.
all, but they're all just like with the marketing trends and like they know what's going on. And like you can market to them as if they were a consumer a little bit.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit. Like enough that it's gonna stand out. So like from the beginning I was like, okay, we have to be like meme friendly. We have to be
Yeah.
funny. So like that, obviously the name Social Snowball came first, and then I was like, okay, let's just do snow themed everything. So like, obviously I'm trying to make myself into a meme on Twitter with my snowman.
Yeah. Who's one of the SaaS brands that you really look up to in the Shopify ecosystem?
I think Triple Whale from a marketing,
Triple Whale have been
yeah,
great,
like
haven't
marketing specifically.
Yeah.
Product wise, I'm assuming they're great. I haven't like dug too deep to like really know, but marketing wise, they kind of paved the ground. They kind of set a new standard.
Yeah.
And they did like what my idea was to do, just at a way bigger level. Like they're very fun and B2B marketing.
They're
Like,
so fast. And they
Yeah.
hit, they're, he's obviously, what's the guy's name who,
CMO,
yeah,
Raba.
yeah,
Yeah.
so quick on Twitter and
Oh, they're
getting
great. Yeah.
memes out, shit posts out.
Yeah, they're great. They're the best.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like now, especially within the e-com SaaS space, like you'll see everyone is trying to post the same content as Triple Whale now.
Yeah.
Like they did set the standard
Yeah.
in like B2B SaaS or like SaaS e-com SaaS marketing
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Twitter. So like that
They've done
I
such
definitely
a good job there. They've gone from zero to
Yeah.
where they are now.
Right.
Such a short space of time.
Yeah, really impressive. Very well
What-
executed.
What was their last raise? 50 million?
I thought it was like more like the 25, but
Or maybe it was on a 50 million valuation.
oh, way more than that.
Yeah.
Way more than that.
I thought it was 50 million for some reason.
No, they're not raising 25. They're not diluting 50%.
No. Did they raise 25 or I don't know what that raised.
Something like that. Something around there. Something
Yeah,
around.
right. Okay.
I think so. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. No,
But,
great
yeah, I mean,
product. Great product.
I think B2B SaaS marketing is changing in other industries. Like e-com is an easy one because like I said, like the founders and operators, they eat that kind of marketing up. And they're also marketers. So like they're also like that's actually the main reason. I didn't even say that before. Like that's why like fun marketing works, because we're marketing to marketers. So like
Yeah.
they appreciate good marketing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
they understand it, they see the value in it. You're not like tricking anyone or finessing anyone. Like you're really like they appreciate good marketing. So it's
Yeah.
I think Triple Whale does a great job with it. Like I mean, Social Snowball from the beginning, like even before Triple Whale, we've tried to do a good job at it. They definitely do it at a bigger scale.
Yeah.
But we're definitely taking that approach.
Amazing. I do like it. What's a book, podcast, film, anything that you've seen recently that's inspired you?
Podcast for me, honestly, like the one that I will never miss an episode of is I shouted it out before, Startups for the Rest of Us by Rob Walling. He, I'm a bootstrapper, you're a bootstrapper. He really talks about like bootstrapping, but not just, because there's a lot of bootstrapping, podcasts. There's like the Indie Hackers.
Yeah.
This one, he just gets it. Like he gets it like to a level that I've never seen anyone get it before. And he's not just like obsessed with like bootstrapping and being super small, like indie founder thing. Like he understands that like there's like, he calls it like mostly bootstrapping, where you like might take on a little bit of capital or might do like go through an accelerator, which he owns one also, or do like a friends and family round, whatever it
Yeah.
is. I feel like a lot of people like associate bootstrapping with lifestyle business, and like if you're gonna build something big or awesome, like you're not doing that by bootstrapping. And he doesn't follow that narrative, and he also like talks about like bootstrapping and building something big like you've done.
Yeah.
So I just see really eye to eye with all of his views, and he's just a really smart guy. He founded Drip, like the ESP.
Oh, yeah.
So he founded that, plus like a ton of other SaaS businesses, and
Yeah,
I mean,
liked it.
I couldn't say enough good things about that podcast. Like,
Awesome. I've not got that on my playlist, but I'm definitely going to add it. Noah, thank you so much for being a guest today. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. It's so fun having you
This
on.
was lots of fun.
And we'll do it again soon.
Absolutely.
We'll catch up on the story of Social Snowball. I will add notes to the podcast about everything. Literally, we've talked about. Any links, they'll all be in the show notes. And catch us next time.